Hey, hi, hello, good evening, welcome to the middle of the week. I hope you've been doing pretty well. As for me, it could have been better. I mean, it's not exactly the worst, but I've had better weeks. But hey, you know what? Things are about to pick up here because we're going to continue Grid 2019. Like we're in the middle of the week. We're in the middle of the DLC series. Yeah, about to start season 2. And good evening to everyone in chat. Good evening, Bryn Holden. Good evening, Molecular Shadow Fox. Good evening, Non-Chaotic Entropy. Oh, excuse me. It's good to see all of you. I do appreciate your concern, Bryn, but yeah, I'm doing all right. It's like yeah, it's just sometimes things pop up like right before stream, right? Just have to take care of a few last-minute errands and tasks and stuff, and you know, then I'll get on to here. I've been trying to do better about that because I know the average start time's usually like 10 to 15 minutes, and I've been kind of averaging around 30, which is yeah, it's been that does run a little long. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to kind of take care of things, perhaps manage things a little bit better, and then you know, get in here like we're about to get in here tonight with the classic series. All right, season 2 is like the two series we're going into here, classic and modern. So yeah, I don't know what much else there is to say about Grid 2019, right? You've probably, if you've been here a lot, then you know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna drive, have a good time. We're probably not gonna get all of the classic series done, but we'll get through as much as we can, right? Works for me because it gives me the chance to get settled and get my snacks and drinks, etc. Yeah, that's one of the things people have said about, you know, given a bit of lead time, right? Gives everyone else a chance to kind of catch the message or maybe get into get ready for the stream, right? Do whatever they need to do before they get in here. All right, let's begin. The classic touring car. Oh, looks like I gotta buy a car for this one. Okay. Well, I'm kind of tempted to pick this one up just because of the color scheme, right? Let's get myself the Volvo 850 Estate. Oh, I gotta hold it. Yep, we're purchasing that baby. Oh yeah. It's only 5-digit figure. It's pretty affordable, you know. I'm still sitting on a massive wealth of credits that I will probably never use, except to maybe buy the rest of the cars. Like, what else is there to do with them? Like, I don't think this game has too much of an upgrade system. What you see is like what you get. It's not too big on liveries either, or properties. Well, it's pretty back to basics kind of game, you know. It works in multiple ways.
From the other side of the globe, from the Sydney Motorsport
So on brand, I know, right? It just calls to me, you know. I look at all these other cars. They're like green, red. Oh, okay. There's some that are, you know, primarily white. Bunch of red, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Okay, I see a few more other Volvos. Yeah. It's a bit of variety in the colors. I think I'm gonna make a nemesis out of Nick again. Sorry, but thanks for helping me take that turn there, even if it's just a little bit. That's a sponsor I've not seen for a very long time, Securior. What the do they do again? Are they like a parts company? I wouldn't be surprised if they were. They used to do pickups and drop-offs of money to English banks. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. They kind of have like part of security in their name, so yeah. Oh man. There's days when I'd be in the city and I'd walk down the street and I'd see a big old armored vehicle like right in front of the bank, and just thinking like, oh man, right? It's like, of course, I would never, like, actually follow through with it, but you're just thinking, oh, man. What if, right? What if? What if you just decide to, like, I don't know, do, like, a Payday 2 or something, you know? Just, even if you'd probably actually completely fail at it, just, Yeah, the guy comes out with the helmet and the big briefcase thingy full of cash. You know, especially when they're loading up the vehicle.
First driver is now entering.
3 laps to go.
I remember visiting the bank a lot more often as a kid. I think my parents just needed to go there a lot to cash in checks and stuff, and I always liked going to the bank because there would always be a lollipop there waiting for me, right? It's like either there would be like that cup of lollipops that the teller would kind of reach into and hand one out to you, or you'd go through the drive-thru and they'd have like a lollipop or two with the return of like the documentation needed. And I was like, yeah, love my sugar. Hi Azure, hi the Valdi. How are you doing?
Okay, you've got 2 laps.
Depends on the chains. Oh yeah. Always found that fascinating. It's like, oh, most secure pens ever. Can't take them with you. And that's what the loose pens on in the cup are for. The pens are awesome. Certainly were tempting. And maybe if you couldn't Payday 2 the armored truck, maybe you could, like, I don't know, abscond with the pen or something. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing alright, you know. It has been a pretty middle-of-the-road week, but it certainly could be worse.
Final lap. Keep that lead intact.
Better than bad, that's for sure. That's always the way I try to look at things, right? Even if a week has a few bumps in the road, I'm like, well, at least it didn't completely wipe out, right? At least we didn't have a big old catastrophic moment. Just don't like the massive queues in the bank. Oh man. I'm not much of a fan of lines anywhere. I mean, I get it. There's only so many employees and a lot of people need things done, right? Whether be it like in a store or at the DMV or things like that. It's just, well, but still, it's annoying, right? It's like, all this time I spend in line could have been spent doing something else, right? If you say you're gonna rob the bank, the queues go away. Life hacks, yeah. One trick deck to get all the way to the front. Everyone hates it. You might want to be careful because it only works like maybe once every several years or so. Saints Row the place up. Yeah, right? You could have spent all that time playing the video games. All that massive queue of video games, a backlog. You know, if you don't have like a good mobile device, or you're not playing something on like your 3DS or your Switch, or you know, similar portable system, then you're kind of up the creek without a paddle. You just gotta sit there with your thoughts and probably like the voices of everyone else. Alright, let's go for classic touring. Had a gang here that tried to rob the ATM with a bulldozer. On tonight's episode of Stupid Criminals. I think I might have read something like that, or maybe it was like something similar. I'm pretty sure I read another case of like people who tried to knock an ATM machine by ramming into it. But come on, you would expect them to secure it, cause they they know someone might try that at some point, right? Or maybe someone did actually try that and got away with it, and that's why like every ATM is like, you know, super secure and everything. Sometimes if I need a bit of catharsis, I like to try to find an article about dumb criminals and just like go laugh at them, just like, oh man, what were they thinking? Of course the answer is they weren't. It's even better if they like planned it out, right? They had this like elaborate plan just in mind, but they didn't quite think it through, or they thought things would work one way, but it worked like another. It just falls completely flat. It's great. Oh yeah, people try stuff like that a lot, yeah. Go big or go home, just rob the vault like in Saints Row 3. Yeah, you can worry about cracking into it later, you can just take it for now, right? The plot of Barbershop. Oh. Like a botched job, that's how it opens up.
First lap,
good way to lead into like the proper plot, right? Say, it reminds me of an episode of CSI, where the whole entire episode was just about these guys who were trying to find a way to break into a vault, and they eventually settled on just like drilling a tiny hole and then filling it with water, and then the resulting water pressure would blow the door open. At least that's how they envisioned it. And it works, but they get hit by the door, and it was going like really fast, so yeah. You can imagine how that went. Guy stealing an ATM. Ah, okay. The barbershop opens by them stealing an ATM. And it just spirals from there.
Listen up. Hold the lead.
Sounds like it would be a good comedy of errors, really. Speaking of DMVs, you guys see they put out a teaser for Zootopia 2? On one hand, it's like, okay, they're really just like reaching into the well here and seeing what they can use to get more, like, you know, bonkers bucks, but on the other hand, it's a sequel to Zootopia. Like, first one is a good movie, and the teaser is pretty promising. Hopefully they'll be able to do something decent with it, right? Hopefully they won't completely fall flat on their face. My people are in uproar about it. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I can see why, but yes. I mean, first Zootopia was great for a multitude of reasons, right? Along with being just like a whole entire film of anthropomorphic animals, it was just a really good plot and just a lot of nods to the animals and the way they work. And I don't know, it feels like if you know, they had like an actual society where multiple anthropomorphic animals kind of live together. It feels like it would be something that would actually work out, right? In the fantasy sort of way, you know? It's like, yeah, this is how they would accommodate everyone, right? It was pretty neat in that regard. It was splattered all over your Blue Sky timeline. Oh yeah. Something like that happens, and yeah, you can imagine just the For You page is just gonna be flooded with that, right? You can tell, like, a big old event happened because everyone's talking about it.
Tell me what's gonna happen.
News spreads fast, and if the news is big, it spreads even faster. That's how it works, right? Your peeps have spoken. Your peeps and your pack and your herd and your flock. I knew it. I was off the track for too long. Alright. There we go. Better. Oh, yeah. Hopefully Zootopia 2 is good and does well. Maybe it'll mark a change in direction for Disney. Maybe they'll at least touch the realm of CG animated films again. That would be preferable. I wouldn't mind that. Maybe try a new series. It does make me wonder what Pixar has in store. I'm sure they've announced something, but I just...
Good start.
I forget
Hold
at
the
the
lead.
moment. No doubt my friends will be talking about it when we meet up on Confuzzled on Friday. Oh yeah. And oh man, you're going to Confuzzled, huh? Have fun with that. Cons, man. Exciting times, but very, very tiring as well. You need it after the tough week of work. It's what keeps you going, right? So like, yeah, just get through the week, and you know you got the big reward at the end. You get to go to a convention. You get to meet all your pals, and live it up for a weekend. And then some.
Last lap, so hold the lead through to the end now.
Your wallet is crying already. I guess that's the other side of it. Merch purchases, artist purchases, well, I mean art purchases. Friday till Tuesday. Oh, a 4-dayer. Well, 5 days, but I imagine the last day is like usually a wind down day, maybe like half a day, so it's like 4 big days. It's gonna be a good long break though. Enjoy it. Oh yeah, last days of blind panic, getting stuff packed up, making sure nothing's forgotten. Or you're just trying to fit it in there to begin with. It's just like, man, I should have got more bags, or I shouldn't have bought this, or you know. How am I gonna ship this home? Or, hey, could you put this in your bag and then I'll retrieve it later? Especially fun if you, like, bring along costumes. Although I imagine everyone that confuzzled is obviously gonna have a fursuit, so... There'll be a lot of extra packing in that regards, too. A lot of bags. Oh, man. Best of luck in that regard. I remember one time I went to a con, and it was like the day. It was the last day of the con, and we were like, okay, we went there, we did everything we wanted to do, and we went back to get our bags and go home. But the place we were staying at only had like a few elevators, and they were all constantly being used. After a certain point, we were like, just screw it, we're gonna take the stairs down. Right, we grabbed our we grabbed our bags and just like walked them down about like 4 to 5 stories, right? Yeah, that was a fun time. Oh, I already got a car. All right. Full digi suits, yeah, bulky and hard to pack. I can imagine. Kind of thing that you probably want to fold in a specific way too. Just make sure everything still stays, nice and usable for a good long time. Because you invested a lot of money in it, and you want to make it last. Very much so. Workout and a half right there. Oh yeah.
All right, Austria. What an event we have lined up.
Of course, I was also younger back then. I don't know if I'd be able to
What's happening?
Well, I guess some drivers
do something like that these days. Oh man, I don't know. Think duets for your legs. Nice Toblerone livery, thanks. I don't even remember what this one is. Is this like an official livery, or is this like a player-created livery?
Great first lap, you're leading the race.
I could like totally see Toblerone sponsoring a car. Seems like something they would do. Just pay for a little advertising space on the machine. It's a real livery. I thought, all right, fun stuff. Man, I've certainly seen my share of weird and wacky liveries in real life, so this being a real one too makes total sense. Let's go. Hello, Gunter Maxwell. How are you? Time to cook rubber. Oh yeah.
Final lap.
We're
keep
gonna be
that
cooking a
leading
lot
tight.
of rubber on the track tonight. Lots of squealing, lots of burning. Gotta admit, I'm not like the biggest fan of burnt rubber. I don't know, something about it just like really burns up my nose, something fierce. I know it's a me thing. I know other people will dig that. Catch with them, like I gotta dip for a bit. Question, do I usually go for standard tickets or super sponsor etc. for cons? I go for the standard tickets. Like, their standard tickets these days are already pretty expensive. Or, you know, even back when I was going, they were already pretty expensive. I don't know if I could shell out like a little extra. Even if the guest list is like super duper tempting, you know? They're like, oh man, what do you mean I get to meet this voice actor? Ah, I can't though. I got other money. My money can be spent on other things, right? Bit under the weather, but alright, you're enjoying watching me burn up those treads? Feel better. Being sick, that's not a fun thing. Especially during summer, right? Like, I don't know. Like, if you fall sick during winter, it's like, well, it still sucks, but it's like, well, I mean, it almost feels inevitable sometimes. It's like, during summer, it's like, man, what the heck got me sick, right? Even though, you know, there's a lot of things that could get you sick during the summer, but it's like, why, right? Oh, excuse me. Tried to mute, but ooh. Oh no, it smells awful. Oh, okay. Good, I'm not the only one there.
And we're heading into the final round now.
Scabs, right.
Excited. Kristen, tell me what's gonna happen.
Although at the con, I'd be more likely to pick up, like, I don't know, keychains, art prints, figurines, stands, acrylic stands, right? They're the kind of merch that you would have to otherwise go to, like, a import site to pick up, right? And you gotta...
I think you have to be careful now. You might have pushed them too far.
Pay for shipping, and you gotta wait. And thank you for the blessings. Oh yeah, stickers. Yeah. Absolutely, get the stickers as well. It's the affordable option, right? If you want some pretty good merch, you can pick up some stickers. That or a postcard. And the acrylic stands can be on the cheaper side too, if they're not like the super elaborate ones. You get some epic neon lights and stuff in the dealer's den. Oh yeah. I mean, like those lamps that are kind of like shaped like characters and stuff, and you can put them in a room and then have it turn on. You get to see like a neon outline of your favorite characters. Because those are pretty cool. I was almost tempted to pick a few up. I got some decent lighting already, and I'm not sure if I have enough outlets for them. Also, the ones you put on the wall, they'll be in the shape of a floof, etc. Could you go for a good wall hanging fixture as well?
You're through the halfway point.
Probably have to wait till I get my own place, though. Most of the rooms I stay at usually have a policy of not hanging things on walls. Which I can understand to an extent. other merch types that you like to look out for?
Listen up. Hold the lead. Last lap.
Personally, I also like to go for t-shirts. Now, something about like the good subtle like t-shirt based off of your favorite series or characters. It's always nice, right? Something that can work in a crowd, but it's almost like, you know, if you know the apparel. Occasionally you'll get that one person that's like, and you'll be like, yeah. And hopefully you can have yourself a good laugh and then be on your way. You know? Your home office is just a sea of framed art. Man, I want to reach that point, right? I'm gonna reach that point where I can get all the posters I've accumulated over the years, stick them in frames, and then just hang them up, because you know, they deserve to be seen. I hope they're still good. Some of them I've had for quite a while now. I've kept them in the tube, but you know, that's not always a guarantee, right? They could still deteriorate to a degree. Hopefully nothing too severe. It's always to worry, right? Go. 3 down. About to hit the halfway mark of the top half, so I guess it's like the 25% mark. Oh, I gotta find another car. Alright, this one's blue, and it's Nissan, so let's get this one. What was the other one anyway? Oh, Ford. America and Japan. Choose your rep. As you say, keyrings, t-shirts, stickers, body pillows if the artwork is good. Oh yeah. Forgot about body pillows. I mean, they have like a bunch of good, wholesome body pillows. I like, there's some fun ones out there, right? But hey, there's some good other ones too, right? You get what you want, right? Pride of place above my setup is a pic my BF drew of my Sona with colored pencils. Oh! See, it's the best kind. Right, the personalized, one-of-a-kind art that people created from their heart, you know? That's the most meaningful kind. Can't put a price on that, right? It'd be like those credit card commercials, right? T-shirts, $100, keychains, $50, figurine, $300, a picture your boyfriend drew of your character, priceless. We have the night market at cons for other body pillows. I can't remember if I've been to a con that has like an 18+ section. They might, because I know they do like after hours stuff for like other events. I wouldn't be surprised if they have like an area for people to market their AO rated stuff, right? Oh yeah, graphic novels. Admittedly, I don't see too much of that in the States. If there are any graphic novels, it's usually like the professional ones, right? Like your Bones and your Sam and Maxes and your compilations of comic books and things like that. Rarely do you see like the self-published kind of graphic novel. occasionally get someone almost driving off the road in the Grid World Series. Because there's really only one guy that actually does that. Everyone else is pretty on the up and up, you know. Maybe slightly related to graphic novels. As much as I want to maybe go check out what Comiket in Japan, right? The big premiere like graphic novel convention. All the stuff I've seen about it just seems, whew, it's like, man, sounds like it would be absolute chaos in there. Well, very controlled kind of chaos, of course, but the kind of thing where you probably want to come in with a plan of what you want to do. Otherwise, you're probably not going to get much of anything. Japanese ones take some getting used to reading them the other way. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The manga that's... I knew it threw me for a bit when I read it for the first time. But these days, I've read so much manga that it almost comes natural to me. Just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just start reading from right to left. Right? To the point where, sometimes when I try to read a regular comic book or graphic novel, I'll read from right to left and wonder why nothing's making sense. And I remember, oh, right. I'm not reading manga anymore. I should read it in the other direction. I remember when, way back in the day, there were some companies that did try to accommodate, right? And they tried to kind of mirror the printing of the manga so that you could read them from left to right. But of course, some people didn't take too well to it, and it did kind of make some things a little funky. So I guess as more people got used to the idea of other books, books other than your standard left to right ones existing, people kind of
and we're heading into the final
became accustomed
round now,
to it, right?
where it'll all be decided. Kristen, all right, we'll get back to that shortly because it's time to get started.
I still remember the first manga I actually seriously picked up was Azumanga Daioh. I picked up at a bookstore. I got it mostly because my friends in school were talking about it. They were like, "Oh yeah, this series is actually pretty hilarious. It's random and funny and wacky and heartwarming all at the same time." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll pick it up." Right, and my sister was a fairly avid manga reader before that. She was pretty excited that I was getting into the hobby. In fact, she even kind of saved the pricing sticker from the volume I bought. It was pretty fun. What was everyone's first manga? Or not first manga, what was your first, say, graphic novel, comic book? What was your first book with a lot of pictures you read, right? I always remember that store we came across in the city by accident about 10 years ago. We were just walking to get something to eat, and the shop sold cards, comics, graphic novels, manga, etc., everything under one roof. Oh yeah. The anime fans' paradise right there. Oh man. It's always those hobby shops, right? I remember the first time I went to one, and that was because I got into the Pokemon TCG, and I was like, oh, I want to get more cards, right? And the big stores don't have the ones I want. And then my friends were like, hey, I know this other store. It's in this mall here, right? I go in there and it's like, oh man, a whole different world. Fun world, though. First graphic novel was 2000 AD, circa 1994. Strange thing was, I picked it up from a legit bookshop, not a comic shop. Aha! Still have it somewhere. Nice. Yeah. We still have like dedicated bookstores in the US. There's a really old one that I used to like that was called Borders. It was cool because, like, the staff was, at least the store I went to, the staff was friendly. And, you know, they held events and stuff too, so it was, like, pretty fun to go out there and just have a little fun with everyone else there. But then the franchise went out of business and... Always a bummer when that happens, when your favorite haunt closes down. The artwork sold me on it. Certainly had a number of things that I was sold on just based on cover art alone. Certainly a manga volume here and there that I was compelled to pick up because I was like, oh, huh, cover art is gorgeous, I'll grab that.
And here we are for the first round, Kristen. How you feeling about this one?
It's the opening race, and I...
Okay, sorry. We are about to get started.
High five. Just high-fiving your partner in the stands. Sorry, Leonardo. My favorite graphic novels was the 2 limited edition Undertaker books that WWF released in '99. Oh. I realized they were doing graphic novels back then. Although I guess it makes sense. Characters were pretty larger than life, and imagine at the height of their popularity, people were probably clamoring for stories in different mediums, or maybe they decided, oh yeah, a lot of Undertaker fans out there, maybe this will be a good way to introduce people to Undertaker. It would be pretty nice because, yeah, imagine, especially Undertaker would lend themselves well to a graphic novel. You could go for a more fantastical bent in that sort of format, right? I get it. I totally get it. Always like a fun what if, this character could utilize their powers to the fullest extent, right? I guess it's kind of the same deal with VTubers, isn't it, right? Especially with the ones that tend to be like, you know, the pretty awesome warriors, or, you know, very powerful deities, or something like that, right? Can bring them to another medium, like an animation, or, you know, some other kind of art or something, and then just depict them doing something cool. That's why lore is the whole thing, right? People really like that lore. Now, it gives them different ways to express themselves, right? I mean, you're going to see them a lot on stream already, but you can explore different angles by doing like art pieces or animation or a story or something like that, right? Yeah, still waiting for the Azure Ensemble anime series. I hope I can put that together. It all begins with putting that pen on the paper, right? So it's like how the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Story of 1,000 pages begins with a single stroke of the pen, you know? Or I guess in this case, you fire up your word processor and start typing. Or at least a graphic novel. Oh man, I'd probably commission someone else for art, and that would probably cost a lot. More likely than not, I'd probably do just like a straight story with the paragraphs and chapters and stuff, or see what I could do in RPG Maker. I'd actually learn RPG Maker. I would do it. I would do it just to make like a lore video game or something. That'd actually be pretty neat. I imagine my world being like an RPG style world anyway, so RPG Maker would probably be a good way to get that rolling. For the battle outfit, I could rock the Decker Specialist style outfit. Cyberpunk alt costume.
Looks like they clipped the bed.
Now just look at how they're using the whole track to stay smooth and fast. Really catching them.
Forget if I said it already, but man, I am still so bummed about Saints Row 3's Decker Specialist outfit that you could wear, right? So fundamentally different from what the Decker Specialist actually wears. That's like, this isn't what I wanted. They tried, right? They tried giving it to us, but it just wasn't it. That wasn't it.
Oh, they won't be happy with that.
Anyways, that's my minor quibble about Saints Row 3.
4 laps left.
Can't be hard to have the proper outfit, I know, right? The devs let the side down there, right? I mean, I get it. Making an outfit that looks pretty good on any creative character is going to be a tough prospect. Right, you gotta make sure that the outfit still looks good, no matter what kind of body it's going to fit on. But sometimes you wish they did more.
Laps left.
I actually have a line for that. A line for the first driver entering lap 5. Makes me wonder what the recording session for this must have been like. Did Codemasters just hand the guy a sheet of paper and it's like, alright, so we want to go through these lines and try to make it sound like you're announcing them. Oh, you revisited Saints Row 3 the other day. How'd you find it? I imagine it's Probably held up well.
Intact.
I think it's like stylized enough looking that it probably still looks great, and I imagine it plays great as well. Still as fun as ever. It's good to hear. No, Saints Row the Third lends itself pretty well to that. Especially if you're into like the vehicle kind of shenanigans. There's definitely lots of things for you there to manage, right? Pimp out your ride the way you want it, and then just roll down the streets and cause some mayhem. Oh, yeah. With the partners of your choice, too. As long as the partner is not Gat, because he's not in that game. At least not as himself. Grab the penetrator and go nuts. Put jiggle physics on that. That's like the best part of it. Has jiggle physics. I guess with GTA 6 not come until next year. Man, people are gonna have to wait for their next fix of open world mayhem simulator. I guess there's always GTA 5. I imagine people would still play that a lot. The only quibble with that game is Zemos. You can't stand his voice. Is he the auto-tune guy? I remember there was one guy whose whole shtick was that he spoke in auto-tune. It's like either he had voice modulators shoved into his throat or something else, but yeah. Yep, it's like fork on a plate. It's kind of funny because I would hear like auto-tune segments in songs, right? And I would always wonder, like, wait, what would auto-tune sound like if someone just spoke, right? And they didn't try to sing, they just spoke. And the answer is it would probably sound something like Zemos. I know another funny thing Saints Row had was the celebrity cameos, right? Did that start with 3 or did 2 have a celebrity cameo as well? Because I know 3 had Burt Reynolds, and then 4 had Keith David and Roddy Piper. I was about to say Keith Silverstein, but he's a different guy. It's Keith David. Keith David was in Saints Row 4. He was in 2 and 4? Well, yeah, I know... Wait, you mean Keith David was in 2 as himself, or... Hulk Hogan was in 3 as well? Ah, okay. Forgot about that.
Good start. Hold the lead.
I guess as far as like voice roles go, I guess there was also the Nolan North voice option in 4. Straight up Nolan North. It was Julius in 2. Yeah, I remember Keith David voicing Julius in the Saints Row series. I was thinking of like just straight up them, right? It's like, oh no, it's just the celebrity, you know. It's like, no, you're just Burt Reynolds. You're not a character or anything. You're just straight up Burt Reynolds, right? Something like that. guess it would make sense if it started with 3, right? Because that was kind of the point which the series kind of went in the wackier direction, hey, so just a straight up celebrity in game kind of hits that note pretty well, right? Yeah, who else could keep this town running? It was a mayor too, just straight up Mayor Burt Reynolds just running this whole thing. It's like, sure, why not? I do a better job than Mayor Adam West and Quahog, right?
Listen up. Hold the lead. Last lap.
The dumbest mayor ever. Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of show Family Guy was. I thought Joe Quimby in The Simpsons was bad. Was it Adam West that once gave, I believe, Peter a banana and was just like, when the time comes, you will know. And so Peter just throws the banana at his pursuer and nothing happens. Or was that someone else who threw the banana? I forget. You were just thinking of that? I always like that scene, right? Because you always see it in like the other works where the main character just gets a thing, you know, and the other guy, you know, the main character is like, wait, when do I use this? What do I use it for? And the other guy just goes, you will know, right? You will know when you need it. And then, like, sometime down the line later, the thing comes back out and becomes relevant and totally solves whatever situation they were in. That and the time Adam West had a bow and fired cats. Bow that just shoots cats. I've always had a soft spot for weapons that just shot like weird ammo. You know, things that weren't just like bullets or missiles or things like that. Only because I find the concept absolutely hilarious. It's like, yes, a bow that you can launch cats from, sure. Might not be the most practical thing, but it's hilarious, right? There was an image long ago that I saw. It was like a parody schematic, right? Like you would see like an engineering schematic of a device, but this one was of a chainsaw launcher, right? It's like a launcher that just shoots like rocket-propelled chainsaws. And this was a thing that like predated Gears of War even, so you wouldn't have like the gun with the chainsaw bayonet. Yeah, you just had a rocket launcher that just shot
And here we are for the first round, Kristen. How you feeling about this?
Don't think about how that would work, just think about how awesome it would be, right? Or in Crazy Cat Lady's thing, she just eats them. just toss the cat. Poor cat. I would never throw a cat. That is just cruel. The only reason I would ever grab a cat is to hold it up. Right, hold up the cat and show the world, look, it's a cat. Either that or like cradle it, or maybe just like give it head pats or belly rubs or scritches or whatever it wants, you know. Saints Row 3 had the octopus gun that shoots octopi. And Saints Row 4 had the dubstep gun. Such a dumb concept, but it was lovable all the same, right? Like, yes, the gun shoots dubstep. How does it work? Shut up.
Great first lap, you're leading the race.
Just enjoy everyone dancing to the tune and also dying to it, and also the music. How does it work? Yes. It reminds me of a thing I read a long time ago about Saints Row the Third, because it was like talking about like the inner workings of the game and how they programmed it and everything. I remember one of the things people were asking for was like
Last lap, so
additional
hold the lead
weapons and
through
stuff.
to the end now.
And I remember them explaining, it was like, yeah, we wanted to add more weapons, but the thing about that was that, you know how like each weapon has like 5 upgrade levels, and each upgrade level has like a different appearance, and we kind of, you know, made them all exist simultaneously, and you know, that takes up like resources, right? So, you know, after a point they can't add any more weapons, so that's why where they had like certain DLC missions that gave you special weapons, they also had like an instanced version of it that prevented other things from loading, so just so that they could have that weapon exist and like absolutely break the game. It's wild to think about, right? It's like the thing that you don't think about on your side. It's like, oh, why don't they just add more weapons? And then they go, yeah, we'd love to add more weapons, but the way we put everything together, we can't, right? I find it fascinating, at least. Remember Mr. Toots in Red Faction, the unicorn that farts explosive rainbows? That sounds spectacular. I have to confess, I have not played a Red Faction game. I've only read about them. I do have like several Red Faction games in my Steam library. Probably break one out, right? It's like behind the glass if I need something to slot in real quick, like I will bring that out. Actually, I have several games like that. Where it's like if I can't think of something else I want to start, I'll probably go there. Red Faction's one of them. I also have Journey to the Savage Planet, kind of at the ready if I need to have something ready. I should probably play that anyway because they have the sequel out now. So it'd be a good way to segue into Return to the Savage Planet, right? Fun fact, Mr. Toots can be seen in Saints Row 3 as part of the military logo at the island base. I like a good cross-company reference. I enjoy that. If I remember correctly, Altor is kind of a significant name in both the Saints Row and the Red Faction series, right? Altor and all that, yeah. Saints Row 2 especially, like, Altor was kind of a major player in the story. Both the main story and the DLC. It's their Umbrella, the company that does a bunch of immoral things because they can. And because the series needs an antagonist that does all sorts of weird and crazy stuff, right? That they make all the things for you to fight against. Why do they exist? Because this company, obviously evil company, is making them, duh. Not to mention it can be satisfying to topple them, too.
Okay, you're halfway through the race.
Saints Ultor Media Group. Oh man. Okay. Messed up that turn. The sun is at the right position to just make that road barely visible. It's like they're doing it on purpose. It's like, oh, you're relying on the driving line. Well, let's see how well you can do without it for a few seconds.
Final lap. Keep that lead intact.
It's a game that I was surprised came out sooner than I expected. Could have done more with Stag. And it could have done more with a lot of things, right? The way Saints Row 3 ended, it was just like, oh man, possibilities are endless. And I remember reading the articles like, oh, and they have an expansion coming. Enter the Dominatrix, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this when it comes out, first thing. And then silence, right? Silence for the longest time, and then you get word that THQ was closing up shop. But hey, it's all good. Deep Silver to the rescue, picking up Volition and letting them make Saints Row 4, which turns out to be a fusion of their original idea for Saints Row 4 and the original idea for the Enter the Dominatrix. Excuse me, the Enter the Dominatrix expansion. To this day, I will always wonder what things might have been like if we got that, you know, the Enter the Dominatrix as a separate thing, and Saints Row 4 could just like go fully into the boss is now the President of the United States plot. That premise alone, I feel like, could have filled a whole game by itself. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the Saints Row 4 we got, but I will always wonder about about the Saints Row 4 that could have been, you know. I want the Daedalus battle airship. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted my own flying battleship. That just sounded really badass, right? Just having yourself a whole ass flying fortress, you know, not just like your own battle station, but also like your personal living quarters, your arcade, bowling alley, pool. Did I mention arcade? I was a kid, so, you know, I was thinking of the important things, right? All this stuff a kid would want in their flying battleship, you know? Fun game, but it made cars obsolete. That much I will agree with. It's a reason why people call it, like, the crackdown of the Saints Row series. As fun as the powers were, It did kind of move away from the original identity of open world driving game. I get it. If people were not as into before. AKA the egg carrier. Yeah. And the best part about the egg carrier, it transforms, right? Transforms. It's like got the sleek battleship form, and then it turns into plane mode. How do they differ? Shut up. It's cool. It stops Sonic's progress until he can find the button to press to turn it back into battle cruiser mode.
Great first lap, you're leading the race.
You know what I also liked? I like that flying fortress that guy had. The bad guy had in Pokemon the movie 2000 had. It was just like a giant circular flying battery, propellers and stuff, and the whole purpose was to like capture the legendary birds and stuff. I thought that was super rad. Skydeck is larger than the actual ship itself. Back then, they weren't quite concerned about making things to scale. They were just like, nah, let's make it cool, right? We're not trying to do a Dark Souls here. We're not trying to make it so that you can fit every level together and make it into one congruous world. That absolutely makes sense. I used that word
Listen
right.
up. Hold the lead. Last lap.
I'll have to look that up later. Say what you want about Dr. R, he sure knows how to make cool looking stuff. Got a pretty good eye for design, that's for sure. I mean, the guy basically built a Death Star. He also built like a whole ass amusement park. He managed to chain down a whole ass moon and take it over. Man knows what he wants, and if he puts his mind to it, he can get stuff done. Of course, no matter what the work, his weakness is always the same, right? That wretched blue hedgehog. And his mangy fox pal. Alright, I'm mixing things up here. Lyrics to the Eggman song say it all, right? He's got the master plan. It's who he is. Random question. How's the Sonic Prime series? I remember reading about it a while back and thinking, oh, this seems pretty fascinating. Just alternate dimension Sonic characters, but I didn't pay much attention to it beyond that. He's somehow faster than Sonic when running. Right? You try to catch up to him in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but somehow he just manages to reach the robot first. Even better when you're playing Sonic Adventure 2 and you can play as him in the Chow Garden. He has like the same, movement style that all the other characters has. Just freaking moonwalking across the floor and everything. It's pretty great.
Whip out the Red King, because we're sure to see some action in Barcelona today.
Still like that video one person made of City Escape, the truck sequence, but it's Eggman running from the truck. It's like, yeah, this is canon now. He's as fast as Sonic, so yeah, he would be able to outrun the truck. Whoosh, when hitting Chows. That was another funny thing. They kept the Japanese voice grunts, even when they switched to English voices. Which led to a bit of like a vocal dissonance for that exact reason. Especially with Eggman.
Oh, they made contact.
It's not like the Call of Duty style contact either, where you just see a thing. This might be my opportunity.
Oh, that move they were
Go. Just gotta be careful around my ally here, my partner. Try to mess him up too much. Excuse me, coming through. Could have been cleaner, but I thought that was pretty smooth, all things considered.
Good start. Hold the lead.
Peak Bad Guy Fortress is Rudel's aircraft carrier, Black Noah and KOF-95. Oh man.
Great first lap. You're leading the race.
You know, bad guy means business when they're on their world-ending vehicle. As much as I like the idea of a giant mobile airship, I have to admit, a giant Terran mobile fortress is a pretty cool idea too, right? I guess an aircraft carrier that would be in this scene. I mean, a water-based base of operations is pretty rad too. Whether it be like, you know, a giant boat or an underground or underwater base. Underwater bases are usually pretty rad. Or even just like a floating island, you know? It's a floating man-made island. Ocean base being pretty intimidating as well, because you have to go all the way out there, and you better be ready because it's in a remote location. So
you're through the halfway
if you need backup, it's not arriving for a while. Also, it makes for a pretty spectacular collapse once the heroes manage to, you know, foil the villain's evil schemes. Satisfying to see an underwater base or a floating base go up in smoke, metaphorically sometimes. Held up by magic, like the Hot Wheels DLC in Horizon. Yeah, exactly, held up by magic. Or, you know, propellers. I'll buy that. How do they work? Why do they work? Because shut up. That being said, the floating island in Horizon is even funnier because they never did exactly show what makes it float, did they? right? It's not like you see like giant jets on the bottom. There's obviously no propellers on the top, so it's like, obviously, you know, don't worry about it, but it's fun for a goof or two, right? Bizarre because there are clearly thrusters underneath. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where if they even tried to explain it, it'd be like, well,
Last lap, so hold
you
the
didn't
lead
have to,
through
right?
the end now.
the whole Hot Wheels thing is already a big old fantasy. What's like one extra fantasy on top of that, you know? But at least put something in there so you could be like, yeah, you know, thrusters, yes. Sure. Yes. Can't believe it's only like a few weeks until the big old summer game events. Got the summer game jam. We got the Xbox showcase. Sure, PlayStation will announce a state of play soon, and of course there's a Switch 2 release. I'm sure that'll overshadow everything else, but I will certainly look forward to seeing what games are on the horizon. No foreshadowing intended. This is the kind of thing where everyone's like, oh, Switch 2 release, and you know what, we'll just, we'll put whatever out there. Everyone's gonna be playing on the Switch 2 anyway. One way too, because you can see Mexico underneath, but no sign of the island on the main map. Yeah. That's true. To be fair, I imagine there would probably be complaints if they just suddenly put like the small model of Hot Wheels Island in the sky post-update. Be like, damn it, I want to see the Mexico skyline. I mean, you could just like pretend it's really, really, really high up, you know, so high that you can't see it from the ground. I mean, that raises more questions, but shut up. You know, a lot of folk are betting that Forza Horizon 6 will be announced at that Xbox showcase. I could see that. I could see that, especially since Horizon 5 is kind of entering their sort of low-key mode, right? The support mode.
And we're heading into the final round now.
And they need an Apocalypse DLC.
Kristen, tell me what's gonna happen.
Hot Wheels Island has crashed into Mexico. Volcano erupts. Everything is in ruins. What if scenario? I imagine they go for like a fictional region, right? So they probably do like a Hot Wheels Island crashes into Rally Adventure Land. Was it Sierra Nueva? Right, crashes into there. Get some wild climates that way, right? Maybe like that Motorstorm game way back on the PS3. I'll still hold out hope for if they do another Horizon, they eventually just put out urban DLC, you know? Just a whole ass DLC where you go to a big fictional city and just go nuts there. You know, just be like Need for Speed, but Forza. And probably with like lower stakes too, to be honest.
Good start, hold the lead.
It would be cool to see the main map ruined with debris and broken bridges and all that. Certainly would be an interesting take. Oh, you know what would be absolutely wild? If they did something like Forza Horizon 1 remake. Just remake Forza Horizon 1, but with like the sensibilities of 2 onwards. Mad Max the hell out of Horizon. Oh, you know what I did pick up recently because it was like super cheap? I got the Mad Max game on PC. Because it was like $5, and I figured, well, I've heard it was a decent game, so for $5, I'll probably get my money's worth out of it. From what I've heard, it does pretty well at being like an open world Mad Max game, and that might be something I could play in the future. It's got driving, so make it work, right? Seen a few minutes or so playthrough, it looks fairly good. Yeah, that's what I've heard too, right? It's not gonna like blow you away, but you're gonna have a good time playing it. And sometimes that's enough, right? Not every game needs to be a big revolutionary thing. Sometimes it can be fine, you know? And that's fine. If anything, just having your perfectly fine games makes those extraordinary games all the more special, right? It's kind of wild. We're like in that period of time where it seems like just about everyone is just absolutely enthralled by Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Anyone who's played it is like, no, this right here, this is game of the year. Makes me all the more eager to play it. Alright. I've seen people play the beginning, and I'm trying not to go any further than that because I want to experience it myself. Man. Just seeing this many people, right, both regular players and reviewers alike, taking to it as well as they are. And we're only approaching the end of May, right? We still have like the back half of the year. Anything could happen. Yeah, we had a bunch of like awesome games come out before Claire Obscure as well, so something tells me it's gonna be game of the year this year is gonna be quite the title fight. Yeah, sometimes you just want something you can pick up and play for a bit, right? Something that you don't need the investment. Something that's just like, yeah, you go in, do your thing, do a few things, and then you're good. You know? A little at a time. It's like a jar of cookies, right? Just open the jar, grab a cookie, eat the cookie, and have another one maybe the next day or something like that, you know? Side note, the 66 on the right side of the car looks back to front, or are my eyes playing tricks? What's the car say? Oh, you're right. It's backwards. Huh. Someone messed up at the printers. Or they only had enough money to afford the vinyls going in one direction. I don't know how vinyls work. Someone's getting fired for that. Great, now everyone will think we're two 2 spools of thread and not the 66. Hey, look at that. 7 events down. You're schmovin'. Of course, now we're getting into the longer events, so it's gonna take longer to complete events. I mean, it's how it is, you know? Go from short to long. Admittedly, you only need to complete 10. Or, yeah, 10, right? All the extra long stuff, the endurance race and the 4 race events, you can leave that, right? But I'm like, nah. We've come this far seeing it all, we might as well see the rest of it, right? Might as well just clean off everything Grid 2019 has to offer on their plate. Oh man. Thumbnail looks like a 73 Alpine A110. We're good. Back on the road. Let's go. Oh, you know what I hope we also see more of? I want to see more of Perfect Dark. That gameplay teaser they put out last year was real promising. Definitely look like the kind of direction you want Perfect Dark to go if they were to bring it to modern day. And they're looks like they're doing well by that so far. Hope they can keep it going. I also just like the ending of that teaser. It's like you know, most of the trailers just Joanna just doing some
You're leading the race.
cyberpunk espionage, and I imagine they must have thought, oh no, people are going to be worried. They're going to be worried that we're going into a different direction and going to be more realistic and everything, and then they just put the bit at the end that was like, nah, don't worry. We remember the aliens and everything from the first Perfect Dark. We're gonna put some supernatural elements in this game too. Hopefully they do that well as well, right? It's just one thing to kind of tease, it's the other thing to throw in the plot element and then squander it. I guess there's that and maybe Fable? If I remember correctly, Fable got delayed though, so I don't know if they'll put out a teaser for that. It'll be pretty sweet though. I remember watching my brother play through the first Fable. I think it was like the Platinum Edition, so it had like extra content and everything on it. Looked amusing. Announcer.
Okay, you got 2 laps.
2 laps. Lap 4 and lap 5. another game that came out recently that flew under my radar because I thought it was coming out later. Fantasy Life. This particular title is like Fantasy Life. I, the girl who, I want to say, swept through time, stole time, or something like that. But I know people were like super excited for it because it's like the first Fantasy Life title to have come out since the 3DS game, actually, over a decade ago. I remember playing the 3DS game, and I thought it was like pretty cool, right? The fact that we weren't able to get any other Fantasy Life games until this one, all this time later. It's pretty funny because I think was the Wario 64 Twitter account noted that there were like 300,000 people playing Fantasy Life I on Steam. It's like, oh man, tell people were raring to go for that. I admit, I wanna pick that up. Probably not right away though, because $60 is, I think it's 60. It's like either 50 or 60, but still a bit of an asking price. Does anyone else like do the thing where if they're like on Steam or another storefront, they'll just like put stuff in the cart? You put stuff in the cart, but you don't actually go and check out, right? You don't go buy everything in the cart. You kind of sit on it for a bit, think about it. Sometimes I do that, right? Just to try to mull it over, you know. And other times I kind of just like forget about it, and then, you know, the motivation to pick them up passes, like either their sale period ends or, you know, I realize I might not have the money for it at the moment, and I just put it out, right? Save it for another time. You've done that with DLCs? I can see that, right? It's like, oh man, either it's on sale or it just came out, or I want it for other reasons, but it's like, oh, but what if I get it later, you know? I have to admit, I do that in real life too. I'll be browsing the supermarket and I find an item that I'm like, oh, you know, maybe I'll pick this up, and then I decide later, okay, maybe I don't want it, and then I put it back where I found it, of course, right? I go back to the section where I picked it up and I put it back there because I'm not an asshole. Put all the DLCs in the cart for Cities Skylines. Oh man, that game has a lot of it. Yeah, it's even more tempting when they have like the complete your collection option. It's like, oh yeah, you can just like get everything you don't have yet. We'll give you a bulk discount for it. Even more tempting during a sale when everything's also discounted in that regard. It's like, but completing the collection. Used to hate customers that put stuff back at random. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it either. It's like, it's not that hard to go back to the original section and just put it back there. Mostly for the convenience of the employees, but also because, hey, someone else might want it and they're obviously not going to look everywhere for that one particular item. Oh yeah, people also bought. That's also a pitfall I gotta be careful of. Yeah. And that's not just a Steam thing, that's also like, you know, any storefront usually try to tempt you with, oh yeah, if you like this, have you considered looking at this? It's especially bad with board games. I'll be like, oh, I want to pick up this board game, and then you know, the storefront will be like, oh, but you could also pick up this board game. Have you considered maybe getting an expansion and perhaps a promo pack or two? Like,
good start. Hold the lead.
It's tempting sometimes. So there's a reason why they sometimes call it cardboard crack. Or is that mostly for trading card games? No, I think it was trading card games that gets the moniker cardboard crack. The big upsell. Especially in like the real life storefronts. Those people have honed their craft. You just like go up to the register with a board game and they're like, ah yes, did you know they have an expansion too? I could give it to you now. You know what? Well, I'm throwing a bundle discount for you. What do you say? Ah. Sometimes they drive a hard bargain, you know? Yeah, it's like that at the checkout when they say, can I interest you in this and this for this price? Oh yeah, much like the supermarket checkouts will have those, the single snack packs and candy bars for you to pick up. We'll have like the game store checkouts, which will have like the quick booster packs or the extra dice or, you know, little doodads for you to pick up to enhance your board gaming experience. Like,
Alright, listen, you've just gone past the halfway stage of the race.
HMV Music Shop, we're bad for that. Oh, you want to buy this DVD for, $5.99. Yeah, extras, you know, behind the scenes, bonus material. Or you go for like the special edition music album that has like the bonus tracks and stuff on it. Or maybe gives you like a free digital download version or something like that. Nice back in the day. Don't forget the rewards program. Yeah! Every store's got a freaking rewards program now. Most of them are like the straightforward, hey, you can redeem your points for savings dollars, but you get those others that are like, you know, you can trade your points in for some exclusive items, or yeah, you hit certain point thresholds and you'll get a bonus thing. Tempting. Yeah, usually some straight to DVD direct. Right? It's like something that would be a hard sell on its own, but as a compliment to the thing you were going to pick up anyway, you know, depends, right? Sometimes it depends. I have a loyalty card at all the supermarkets you shop at. Yeah, all the supermarkets here have like some sort of rewards program going on. It's like a net benefit most of the time, right? It's like not only the points, but you can also get the coupons and deals all in one place. So all you gotta do at the checkout is put in your details, and then they'll apply your rewards points and your discounts, and it's like, oh man, what do you mean I saved like $30 on my groceries and oh man, what a deal, right? What a deal. They'll send you vouchers for like £5 off. The checkouts around here will just have a separate machine that will just print coupons right there and then, right? If you scan like, say, 4 cans of soup, they'll just print out a coupon for you. It's like, hey, here's the coupon for like $2 off your next soup purchase. I have never used one of those printed coupons. I'll tell you that right now. I don't visit a supermarket even remotely often enough to take advantage of one of those coupons, because those things usually only last for like maybe a week, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna go back to the supermarket in a week. Usually, if I go to the supermarket, I'm usually purchasing food for like, you know, the month or at least bi-weekly. I'm not gonna go back all the way out to the supermarket within the week just to use this $2 coupon. And it's just me. It's just me and the way I do things. I imagine other people probably have more use for that, right? People who have a need to get groceries every week probably have a good reason to use those coupons. Oh yeah, and you also have like the spending thresholds, get extra points, or certain coupons that only work if you buy a certain amount of things, or worst of all, the discounts that only work if you buy like so many of that kind of product. Around here, that usually only applies to like the boxes of soda cans. I've never seen like any other discount that's been like, you must buy X number of it, otherwise they're worth some higher price. Just the 12 and 24 packs. Just me though. I'm sure other places are different about that. Loyalty card price offers are handy. They are. I have to admit, like, my shopping tends to be based on whatever's on sale at the moment. Oh, I have to be careful about that too, right? Because sometimes, even a certain product at a discount is still more expensive than this other thing that I can get, so it does pay to look around, right? Like, sure, maybe this box of crackers is like 30% off, but it's still more expensive than the box of crackers you usually get. Then it's like, well, why pick up the discounted box of crackers, Might as well get your usual.
Drive filtering through now. Race is underway.
Got a good deal on yogurts, 5 for 4 when they're 1 each. It's a pretty good deal, yeah. It's basically like buy 4, get 1. If you're planning on getting a lot of yogurt anyway, it's a good one. It's a pretty good one. Good range of flavors. That's what I like to do. Because the stores I go to like to do yogurt deals as well, and they have like the single pack, so you can mix and match if you want, right? If you want like strawberry and blueberry and peach and maybe banana strawberry and mixed berry, you can do that. You can absolutely do that.
Realigning themselves and getting back into the race.
Occasionally, I like to get the yogurts that have like the 2 separate tubs, right? The one tub that has the yogurt, and then the other tub that has like the extra stuff, like a key lime crunch or something like that. And you just fold one on top of the other, and then you get yourself like a nice mixed yogurt there. It's fun. Treat yourself. I like to do that. 4 black cherry, 3 fudge, 3 strawberry. Oh, 2 fudge, 3 strawberry, a vanilla, and a lemon. Good mix. I like to do that too, right? The flavors I really like, I'll pick up multiples, and some others I'm like, oh yeah, this is interesting, but I'll take one and try it out. Like a Muller corner? Yeah. I remember when I was young, they used to like advertise those yogurts that have like the sprinkles and stuff. Right? They would have like the cup of yogurt, and then like the separate container with sprinkles, and you could like open the sprinkles container and then put the sprinkles in the yogurt, and then you like mix it up, and then you have like sprinkles with your yogurt. And I'm like, ah man. Roasted hazelnut one too. That sounds real comfy. Nice to have as a dessert after a meal. Dessert is usually a good way to cap off a meal, right? You've had your share of savory foods. Just top it off with something sweet. Even better if it's like something that's like not that light and filling. Or I should say light and not that filling. Something that you can eat after a big meal. Because that's always a bummer, right? When you're looking forward to dessert, but you already ate so much during dinner that you can't eat anymore, and it's like, gotta skip dessert. Reminds me of this one time my friends and I went to a diner because we had like a coupon for a cake. And so we wanted the cake, so we went there. We ordered dinner first, and it was like a really large dinner. And we ate it all, and then we got our cake. And then we all just kind of stared at the cake. You know, then we asked the waiter, can we just get that for take home? Right, can we get a box for this? We enjoyed that cake the next day. It was good. A nice navel orange, just eat it like a tangerine. I realize that's like one thing I get at the supermarket a lot now. I get oranges. Right? I don't know. Something about oranges, it's great. It's tasty. It's juicy. Nice thing to have when you're winding down for the night. You're just like, I want something, but you know, you don't want anything like too extravagant or anything. Just bring out the oranges and enjoy them. An orange with toast. That's good eating right there. Ooh. It's like fruit and breakfast. Or fruit and toast. Certainly done fruit and toast before. Although it was as a kid, and my parents would usually try to make the bread a bit more enticing by buttering it and putting sugar on top. So it was kind of like a sweet toast, right? Sweet toast with some fruit.
And we're heading into the final round now, where it'll all be decided. Kristen, tell me what... Hold on, sorry. It looks like...
Oh, jeez. Sorry, I had to mute my mic for quite a while because there was loud noises. that's what I get for trying to cut in front. A bit of news I saw. It's like a little bit older now, but
Stop, let's rein it in. You push them over the edge here.
kind of a bummer. There's this game that came out recently called, I think it was like 100 Line Last Defense at the Academy or something like that. They had like a bit of an early access period made by the folks who did the Danganronpa games, you know, the art style, right down to the art style and everything. Was active for 3 months, and now it looks like they're shutting it down.
Start, hold the lead.
It's a bummer. And the people who've played it have had very good things to say about it, and I think that its full potential is not going to be realized. It's always a shame, right? Recently tried fermented grapes. It's just grapes and salt that you let ferment for a couple of days. Was okay. The sweet and sour kind of flavor, surprisingly not salty. Fermented grapes, you say? I imagine that's something you have to be you have to put in like you have to be keeping careful eye on. Because I'm always worried about just leaving fruits and veggies out for a while. I mean, I get that, you know, you do that for certain recipes, but I don't know. I'm always worried that I'm gonna forget about them and then they're gonna spoil. And it's like, man, dang it, right?
Okay, you're halfway through the race.
Open the fridge and the grapes start getting you tipsy from the fumes. Oh yeah. Good sign that you might have left them for too long. I'm trying to be better about that. I'm like, you know, if I get like, you know, fresh fruits and veggies, I'll usually try to eat them straight away, cause that's why I got them, right? You know, fresh food is better when it's fresh. Big juicy black grapes on there.
Last lap.
Funny enough, I did use black grapes for the recipe. Sort of related note. I recently had those grapes that people say taste like cotton candy. It was good. I really liked it. Like, my mom and I were at a store and we just saw a case of it. And we're like, oh, we obviously had that there. Right, and then, like, while we were at the car, we just tried some of them. And my mom liked it so much, she went back in the store and just bought the whole stock. I hope she was able to do something with them. Because it would be a bummer to buy all those grapes and not put them to use. Gave me a case of the grapes too, for my own enjoyment, and I certainly enjoyed them. It's good stuff. Ooh, 6 minutes, 6 whole minutes. Forget, did they mention this was the final event? Guess we'll find out. Oh, yeah, it is. There we are, driving back into nondescript smoky city. It's like every 10s era setting, right? Got him. All right. We're off to Group A Super Cup. Sprint dealio. So this will be over quick at least. Sorry, I was readjusting myself a bit there.
And here we are for the first round, Kristen. How you feeling about this one? Look, all right, we'll get back to that shortly.
Hope you're feeling good, because I'm going to be smoking this competition. Cutting through them like a blade through water. A knife through hot butter.
Maybe stay out of their path. Don't get taken out.
Won't matter if I get
Come on,
far ahead of
I think
them.
you've hit them one too many times.
Man, this race barely even started and I already got 2-minute nemesis. What?
Listen, just stay out of their way.
That's
Let
a
things
third
cool
one.
down.
Well, if they want to do something to me, they're gonna have to catch me first. Yeah, those cotton candy grapes were surprising. They legitimately had a cotton candy flavor. I know, right? It was wild to me. I just ate the grape and I was like, oh my god. It actually does taste like cotton candy. What the heck? I had like a fairly big case of grapes too, and they only lasted me like maybe 3 days. And granted, grapes are like one of those things you want to eat pretty quickly. It's not the kind of fruit to keep for long.
Oh, taking a bit of paint there.
And those grapes are 2 packs for £4. That sounds like a deal right there. Damn. Sometimes it pays to eat fruits and veggies because some of them can be delicious. Yeah, my order of buying fruit in markets usually goes like oranges, then grapes, then strawberries. I know the differences between all of them is probably pretty vast, but those are like among my favorite fruits. I actually have like a lot of fruits that I like, but those 3 might be my top favorites. pick up your favorite lychees when the supermarkets have them. Ooh, I do like a good lychee. And now that I can hit up an Asian, now that I know I can hit up an Asian store, I'm like, yeah, lychees they're just a step away, you know, just one trip away. Easy to go through a whole mass of them while watching TV. That can be said for like most foods. if you're doing something else like watching TV or a movie or something, it's like really easy to like lose track and realize, oh whoa, you've gone through like the entire bowl, right?
Can you make some noise once more for Kristen? Okay, hold on, sorry. It looks like things are about to get under.
I guess with lychees, that's like probably pretty good one to go through, right? Because lychees are tasty, and they're probably good for you. Can't be bad for you. Well, it's not that bad. Pack of my biscuits gone from dunking in my coffee. Usually if I get myself like some snacks, I'll usually just like pour out some part of it on a plate and then just have that. Although that doesn't always work, because there might be some cases where I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just get like another helping, right? I'll go back to the bag and pour some more out, rinse, repeat until I've gone through the whole thing. Oops. Yeah, Pringles are bad for that. You can't stop once you open them, right? Once you pop, the fun don't stop. There are definitely cases where I've eaten entire cans of those there.
You're leading the race.
Yeah, I know it's like just pressed potato product, but it's okay. That was contact with the track boundaries, and I can confirm that they hold up. You did good, right? The test was a success. I might be back around to test them again, so be ready for that. They are tasty. They come out with like some interesting flavors too. Although I do like the classics, right? The good old cheese and sour cream and onion and barbecue. Oh, and pizza. Can't forget the pizza.
You're through the halfway point.
Still remember seeing commercials of those on the TV. What? Pizza chips? That sounds awesome. Let's try that again. Give me cheese and onion or paprika any day. Sounds pretty good. I'd also go for like sour cream and cheese. Might be like my personal favorite chip flavor, but that's just me. Got myself a pack of Benton's Speculoos a few weeks ago. Had to stop myself from eating a whole packet. Ooh. I've been there. It's been like, oh man, I gotta save this for later. I bought this to last a few days, not just the one.
Last lap, so hold the lead through to the end now.
Gotta get you to send me a care package of Funyuns and Munchos. I miss eating those. I'm sure there are sites that you could perhaps get them imported. definitely been on other streams where people order food from outside of their country. Always fun to see them work on it. It's like, oh yeah, I've wanted to try out, like, for example, like Japanese snacks or Austrian snacks or Indonesian snacks or heck, American snacks even, you know? And proper Mountain Dew, not that crappy energy version we get here. Oh, that's a bummer. Have some, like, good Mountain Dew flavors, like, man. I admit, like, regular Mountain Dew is not something I drink all that often, but Baja Blast though, I could go for Mountain Dew Baja Blast any day. Especially if they put it out in stores, I'm like, yes, give me that. Give me a bottle of that stuff. Also, the main reason why I go to Taco Bell, so I can get myself a cup of Baja Blast. Tacos are just a bonus.
And we're heading into the final round now, where it'll all be decided. Kristen?
I actually don't remember that many other Mountain Dew flavors. I know they have, what, Code Red, and there was Live Wire that was orange, and then I think they had something like Pitch Black that was like grape flavored. Mountain Dew's been through some interesting phases, that's for sure. Used to have a stall here during the monthly street market. It sold all U.S. sweets and drinks, etc. with stock up on the Dew. Oh, nice. Good time to do that, that's for sure. It's always nice when you manage to find the store that supplies the international foods, especially the international snacks. It's always just been a base curiosity. What do people in other countries eat in between meals? Sometimes there are some interesting ones, right? And sometimes they're good. Sometimes you wish you could just, like, get them where you live, you know? Yeah, I could go for, like, you know, a proper Cadbury cream egg, you know? Or, like, say, like one of the many, many different flavors of Kit Kats. Or like a Ramune soda, you know? I could go for all those. Oh yeah, the birth of those unboxing and taste testing vids I see on YouTube. Oh yeah. Like, occasionally you'll see like this streamer that's like, yeah, we got a sponsor segment now, we're gonna pull out this snack box and check out all these cool international snacks. Always so tempting, but I'm like, Cadbury's caramel egg there. I think we got that. I think it might have been a limited time product. I recall seeing those in stores. They were good. Honestly, chocolate and caramel is like a combo that you can. It's very hard to mess up, right? It's like it's pretty much a winner for any kind of snack.
Laps left.
remember you describing them before. To be honest, like any sort of chocolate snack, I'm usually more than willing to try. Kinda have a soft spot for chocolate. It's tasty. Bar or a good Reese's bar, or heck, even like a
Final
Butterfinger.
lap. Keep that
Although I
lead
usually
intact.
need to eat that like on a plate because that gets real crumbly real quick. Heck, I'd even eat something like, say, a Baby Ruth, or like a Three Musketeers. You know, that one just has like nougat in the middle. Woo! And that was round 3 of 3. Yeah, we are moving through this. I know I've said it before, but kind of skipping the whole hot lap thing is kind of bringing the returns. A nice crunchy bar. Is that like a chocolate bar that has like crispy rice in it? I like those kinds of bars too. Lives up to its name, that's for sure.
Kristen, tell me something about the Sydney Motorsport Park. What have our drivers got in store for them? Okay, it looks like the race is about to start.
Oh, honeycomb covered in chocolate. Ah, okay. That also sounds good.
No prisoners out there in the charge to the first quarter.
Sounds pretty fancy, all things considered.
Trading out there.
Trading paint. Used to have a crunchy McFlurry. Guess that makes sense. McDonald's would do the candy McFlurries everywhere. Make for a nice version of it. Not to mention, crunchy bits with ice cream is just a combo that always goes well together. Vanilla ice cream with chocolate crunch. Recently introduced to Cadbury's Caramel McFlurry. Oh boy. It's like chocolate caramel with your vanilla ice cream. It's pretty much just like an instant home run for a dessert right there. 3 great tastes
first
in
lap.
one.
You're leading the race.
Okay. 10 laps, and 1 lap is 2 minutes, and yeah, we're gonna be here for a bit. Like, you thought season 1's races were endurance races. Season 2 races has come over and like, bet. Makes me wonder, just like, how long will the season 3 endurance races be? Are you gonna be racing on a track for like a whole half hour? Wild. Even better if they just introduce like the Le Mans track. Here, race on this. Might need to send that Skyline to your power wash simulator for a clean after this. Yeah, it'd be like that mini mission, right? The kind you get in the garage. It's like, hey, wash this object. And then you wash the car. You know, Power Wash Simulator 2 is going to absolutely take off once it gets released. Whether it be in early access or they just go straight to 1.0, we're going to see a lot of people streaming that, right? Probably going to see a lot of people collabing on that too. They even designed that game for multiplayer, so it all works out, you know?
You've got 8 laps.
Tell me. Gotta be on this track for 16 more minutes. Well, I guess it's zen in its own way. It's like once you know the route, you're just like, yep, going through the motions and you can space out, kinda, sorta. Something satisfying about that game, I agree with that. I know I spend a lot of time just like scouring every last little bit I can to completely wash a thing off, and it's nice too, right? Like, everyone likes cleaning a dirty thing and seeing it all bright and pristine again. That game, I always have to try to pay attention to how I grip the mouse, because my brain's always like, oh yeah, it's a power washer, it's gonna be really powerful, you gotta hold that thing real tight, and then I had to keep on reminding myself it's a virtual power washer, you don't need to hold on to the mouse for dear life. Me. Jeez. Finding myself getting cramps and like, this doesn't need to happen. Brain, stop. Even though you hate power washing the gutters of your house, oh yeah. Real life is a different thing, right? Because like virtually, it's like you're in the comfort of your own house. You get to work at your own pace. You don't have any extraneous weather or temperature to deal with. Hey, you know, your water supply is like effectively unlimited, and of course, since it's like virtual, you don't have to worry about it getting out of control or anything. With real life power washing, you gotta worry about all that, and also like what to do with all the debris when you're done with it. And it's something you gotta return to as well, right? With Power Wash Simulator, like, unless you want to do it again, it's one and done. But in real life, well, you're gonna have to clean out your gutters every year. You're gonna have to clean your car every few months, or maybe, you know, even every month sometimes. fun the first time, but maybe on repeat, the fun maybe diminishes. Just becomes a routine, right? Routines are boring. With the car, it's a different story. You take your time and make sure it's perfect and all that. I guess that also depends on if you enjoy it or not, right? Maybe if you're just like absolutely dreading power washing in real life, it can be different from like looking forward to tuning your car. I get that feel. Yeah, take care of your baby. It's your personal project, right? It's the thing when you're done with it, you can show it off, you can be proud of it.
Oh, they made contact.
You're in the lead, so extend the gap.
I made contact with the lap line, if that's what you meant. Or was the announcer talking about like some sort of other incident with the pack? Pack that I can't see on my race radar at the moment. Oh, there they are. There they go. Man, what was the menu for partner commands, was it?
Your
Oh, yeah.
teammate is in the race, but near the back of the pack.
Push forward.
Sure, I'll ask your teammate to push for a higher position. Okay, they said they can't push right now.
Well, we still have a whole half of the race to go, I guess. Take your time. Should stick it in a car show at a con one day. The end game. Showing it to the world. Is that can't or won't? It's a very good question. Look why I asked him to do it again.
Understood? I'll ask them to push. Okay, push confirmed.
They're going. So I guess it's a case of can't. The old partner mechanic in this game seems underutilized. It's nice that it's there, but I don't know, maybe it's the difficulty. Maybe on higher difficulties I gotta actually utilize that, but this one it's like, well, it's not a end of the world if
Alright, so
I
you've just gone past the halfway stage of the race.
don't worry about it. My call ability is on cooldown, dang it. How do I speed it up? Do I gotta like go kill minions or something? I gotta stay in the driving line. Will that speed up my cooldown? Get on the radio. Boy, pull your finger out and get moving. Or is it because I already had like a successful push? They're like, all right, you got your push. Maybe let them do their thing for a bit. Missed the Stereotype racetrack with the creepy tree.
Put their name on the board.
I missed that track too.
You've got 4 laps.
with quite the storied history, even. I do want to at least try Project Cars 2 in the future. I at least want to maybe check it out a bit. I did hear they changed up the campaign for Project Cars 2, so maybe it's like less, you know, actual race career-like, but we'll get to see more of what the game has to offer. The way they structured it, so. Might not play through the whole thing, but I at least want to check it out, right? Shame it got ruined in that big storm we had last year. Ah, bummer. Always a shame when an iconic element just goes down like that. Even if it can't be helped, right? You're like, well... Shame the storm had to do that, but... Wish it could have been different. Maybe if you give it time, they'll find another creepy tree to be its successor. Three laps.
3 laps left.
Oh man, now that's what I want to hear. There's 30% more of this race to go.
Side by side, like a mirror image of each other.
What now? What have I told? Oh yeah,
Okay,
there we go.
I'll try to get them to attack.
Do it.
Right, they can't attack at the moment.
No go. All right. Try again in a few minutes. Actually, only got like 4 minutes left. We're gonna be trying again pretty soon. Two laps.
2 laps to go.
Music to my ears.
Alright, requesting to push. Okay, they said they can't push right now.
Alright. Try again in a bit. Just wait till I see him on like a straightaway or something. Maybe there?
Okay, I'll ask them to push.
Actually, maybe a turn would be better.
Okay, they're starting to attack.
Oh, there we go. Guess we'll see if their position changes. Will it go? Oh, there we go. Hey, 9! You did it, Nick. Well done. I knew you could do it. I'm so ready for this race to be over. I can only imagine what this must be like if you had to, say, manage your tire wear and your fuel along with everything else. Boy, oh boy. Gonna need a stiff drink after this.
Listen up. Hold the lead. Last lap.
I could use a good rest in a hot tub after this. Just relieve a little bit of that tension. Oh, that would be nice. Oh, hey, I see Nick's gone up to 8th.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say these two are peaking on the high.
Jacuzzi and a nice cocktail. I've always wanted to try that. Just get into a hot tub and just drink a drink. Just pretend I'm a bougie fella. Just living the high life. See the confetti. See the confetti. And the fireworks and the pyrotechnics. Oh yeah. What do you mean that was only 60,000 credits? What the actual shit? GG. Thank you. Ah. Hydrate. Ooh, thank you. Also, why is my throwing system not working? Dang it. We're supposed to chuck soda cans at me. Let's do one more. Go to the classic touring car. 4-round chonker event.
Here we are for the first round, Kristen. How you feeling about this one?
Look, I feel like it's...
And I've just been told the race is seconds away from lights out.
Hey, Zia Mirka. How are you? Alright, I can skip this. I was like, okay, when are we gonna get to start? And I forgot. I can just go there. some of those crews in Tokyo Extreme Racer would go on with proper track racing like this. You could see the Venn diagram between the two. Pretty sure like some of the characters there do have backstories related to like the professional racing circuit. It would be pretty interesting to see Genki's take on like a track-based game, right? Miss Extreme and the Femboy, bring them on! Bring them on as like guest characters. They decided to branch out and try something new. New challenger is joining the race. It's like in the middle, they just drop in. Right, it's like the intro of Forza Horizon 5 where they jump over the barrier and then suddenly they're just in the race. Like the wrestling moment of racing. It's Heretic Canopus with the steel chair. The mid-match run-in. Just come in and like clothesline the car. No, I don't know how that would work, but it would be funny.
Last lap, so hold the lead through to the end now.
Yep, that's what I was doing. Exactly what I was doing. I used the whole track on purpose for the smoothest of turns. You know what I did read about? There's like a bit of an uproar about some of the icon changes Twitch did for some of their categories. It was like specifically art, podcasts, body paint, and cooking. And yeah, they showed the new ones and the old ones side by side, and I'm thinking, yeah, I like the old ones, right? They had like a soul to them. They were indicative of like the category they were representing, but also had like a style of their own. The new ones just feel, I don't want to use a cliched term, but they feel lifeless, you know? Especially the art one, right? The old art one was like kind of like this cool stylistic thing, and the new one is just like a framed picture with art in Arial font. Like, what the fuck? That is like the exact opposite of art. Holy moly. You want the art icon to look artsy, you know? It's the point of art. Duh. Yeah, just chatting one with the face in the mic, right? The cooking one, for some reason, they have like, what, jello with celery in it now? Before it was like chef with
So
a
now we
bunch
turn our
of
attention to
dishes.
Kristen.
That
Our
was
expert on all
cool.
things motorsport
Why?
and our
Why did they change that? Like some of the people were even remarking, it was like, man, you know, some people would be chomping at the bit, right? If Twitch did like a contest to decide the icon's next appearance, people would be all over that. They would totally go for it. And we'd probably get something looking good as well. Not like whatever the heck that is. Ugh. Yeah, it almost makes me want to do like just chatting if I do one of those, right? If I ever decide in the future, oh, I want to do a cooking stream. No, I'm just gonna set the category to just chatting, because there's no way in heck I'm gonna let that cooking icon onto my channel. Ugh. What the fuck, man? Ugh.
Great first lap, you're leading the race.
Just 2 minutes. Thankfully, this is just 3 laps. So again, since we're doing, what, 4 events, and I imagine each one of these is like an average about 6 minutes. It's gonna be a bit. I like that there's a carnival just going on in part of this track too. It's like the kids' play area. You know, if they get bored of watching the cars, they can go over to the Ferris wheel or that other tilt-a-ride and I don't know, have some fun for like 10 minutes or so. After that, I guess they could go to like the food stalls and grab a hot dog or a funnel cake. Or maybe both, right? I'll probably go for some ribs too. Maybe chicken tendies. Oh, cotton candy. I imagine they probably have a cotton candy stand there.
Final lap, keep that lead intact.
Gotta have a bouncy castle in there. Oh yeah. Get that bouncy castle. The ultimate in like portable attractions. I'm also a fan of the bouncy obstacle course. Just pretend you're like American gladiators, but, you know, with less risk involved. I wouldn't say no risk, but probably less risk, right? Provided they manage to stay on the bouncy obstacle course and don't, like, fall to the ground or something. Because that would probably hurt. Places like that usually have a waltzer, too. And, like, maybe a merry-go-round. And one of those, like, super spinner rides, too, probably. Yeah, it's like total Wipeout in real life, yeah. You know what I like about venues like these? It's like when you have to leave the stands for a moment, right? To maybe go to the bathroom or the food stands or whatever. But you go to the back and they'll have like some radio program going on, so you can still like get a play-by-play of what's going on at the event without having to be there, right? Not gonna miss a thing. Well, I guess that was probably more important back before they had like smartphones and stuff that you could keep track of the game anyway, even if you are away from the stands. Alright, halfway there. Also, I realized we're at level 93 now. Pretty close to hitting that 99. I'd assume 99 is the highest rank. It really isn't games like these. I have to assume this game doesn't have like a prestige system or something. Kind of funny though. It's like trade in all your medals and we'll give you a new one, and then you can also get all your old medals.
Kristen, a pleasure as always to be in your company. And if you didn't know Kristen, everybody... Okay, hold on, sorry.
These guys have been everywhere. They have announced every single race I've been in. They're as dedicated as I am to this craft. Had that when we went to see a comedian at a theater. They piped it into the bathroom so you didn't miss any if you popped out. Oh! That's wonderful, actually. Yeah, especially with a comedian. It's like, yeah, you don't want to miss those jokes. And now you won't have to. That's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good idea. Although, depending on the comedian, if they end up just like switching the routine to talking about how you totally left your seat, maybe it might be better off they didn't pipe it into the bathroom, right? OMG, getting put on blast when you go back to your seat. Oh man, that's my greatest fear. It's like I wanna do this all sneaky like, right? Because sometimes I don't want that. But if I get like called the fuck out, and like
You're on pace. Make some gains in lap 2.
and you have to take it in stride, right?
I think you may have
Unless
upset
you're like really having to go. Jeff Dunham does that a lot. I remember reading a story. It was like about a late night program a long time ago, right? They were when they would shoot it live. Like one of them was like, the host was like doing a monologue, and and suddenly someone's cell phone starts ringing, right? And then the host just like goes right over to the person who had their phone ringing, and they were like, hey, give me that, right? Right, and then the person gives the host a phone, and the host is like, yeah, what do you want? Well, they can't answer you right now. They're on my show, right? They're on late night with so and so. Like, oh man, could you imagine that happening? Like you're trying to call someone and someone else calls and like, by the way, I'm a celebrity and they're at my taping right now. They can't get back to you at the moment. Call them later. Like, oh.
Okay, you're halfway through the race.
What must that have been like? Can't blame him for that. Super rude having your phone on during something like that. That's true, right? That's like a lesson you won't forget for sure, right? So whoever he just like calls you the fuck out, then yeah, you done screwed up. Next thing you know, you're all over YouTube Shorts and Blue Sky. I think this predated that. Then again, there might be a clip, because obviously they taped it. Someone probably has it somewhere on YouTube or something. I was recently watching a compilation of like all the times Paul Rudd had a clip to show on Conan O'Brien's shows. And he just like showed that one clip from Mac and Me.
Listen up. Hold the lead. Last lap.
It was great. Just like how committed he was to that bit. Through the decades, it's just like, oh yeah, we got this clip from this newest movie I'm in, and they just show the Mac and Me clip again. It's funny, because it's like you're always wondering, is this gonna be the one where Paul Rudd breaks the cycle? No, it's not. And it's all the more funnier for it. Maybe it's also people joke. It was like, yeah, when at Paul Rudd's funeral, they're gonna be like, this is all the great deeds Paul Rudd has done, and then they just show the clip from Mac and Me again. One more time, right? Just one more bit from the grave. Did like that thing that Jimmy Fallon did when he told parents to tell their kids they'd eaten all their Halloween candy. Just a look of horror and crying, oh no! Oh man. That's the payout I was looking for. 400,000. And for a race that was like a quarter of the length of that endurance race at Sydney. You need to farm credits, you go here. Sweets are so important to a kid, speaking from experience. Oh yeah, I can speak from experience too. Sweets are yummy. You know, kids are drawn to yummy food. I certainly get it, right? You know, kids tend to be more drawn by impulse and like are more prone to just like sticking with things that they enjoy, right? The things that they're comfortable with, right? That's why they always eat the foods that they deem yummy, and those are usually like your fast foods and your candies and your things like that. That's why when you do like a particular game with them or something like that, they're like, do it again, right? Because it was fun, and it will keep being fun because, you know, That's all they know. That's what they enjoy. Don't get sugar. Don't eat that sugar. You'll get worms. We were told. Ah. I was never told that. Ah, good old legends, right? 5 hours later, again, and inside you're like, eh. Oh yeah. Had that experience with my nephew. Well, sometimes I have a bit of fun with it, right? I'll go like, do it again. And I'll ask like, do what again? Yeah, do the thing you did, right? The thing where I went like, ah! Still on lap 1. This is race 3 or 4. I've been in this event for so long, I've lost track of time. I've lost all sense of time. I don't know who I am. I don't know why I'm here. All that I know is that I must race. Your feet are going like you're working the pedals. It's like muscle memory. I get that feel. I'll be like watching someone else play a game. I'm just like mentally going over the controls in my head. Or, you know, I'll be like in the passenger seat of a car, right? And I'll like be mimicking the driving actions, kind of, sorta. Try not to do it too overtly, because, you know, this is kind of mean. Yeah, you lean left or right on turns. Or, you know, you're playing an FPS and you're trying to peek out, and you actually, like, lean in real life as if that's going to do anything on the screen. You know, if you don't have, like, motion controls or a VR headset on. Controller over the head when you're trying to get out of a situation. Sometimes you tilt your controller when you're moving. Or going back to power wash is like when I grip the mouse extra hard as if I'm like operating a real power washer. I imagine a lot of heavy-duty equipment will probably get that reaction. Imagine if you're like driving a truck or something, you probably got like extra grip on the wheel or the controller, whatever you're holding.
last lap, so hold the lead through to the end now.
5 whole minutes for just 2 laps. Voice clip was like an RKO out of nowhere. They're awfully non-chatty. Like even during the other race, they would usually remark on what the other racers were doing. This one's like, just waiting for the guy in the front to do something interesting, and we'll comment on it. Why does it feel like I'm driving on an airport runway here? Might be just me, but man, this place feels flat. Not that much in the way of terrain changes. I mean, sure, we did go over that hill like a tiny bit, but it was like an exception, not a norm. And oh my god, it's the end of the race! Holy moly. 7 minutes. Ooh, good. That was the last round. Woo! Time to go get some soup to warm up in that rain. Yeah. I could use a good hot meal right now. Oh yeah, look at that car. It's been through some stuff. Literally been through some stuff. Alright, well. Got ourselves a good 3 hours of racing there. Most of the way through the Classic Series, but whew, those final few events can be a lot. Because, well, they are a lot. Just like literally and figuratively. But you know what? Good progress, right? I think next week we'll definitely get through the Classic Series, right? And then we can start on Modern, right? And we'll see where we get through there. And hopefully internet will hold so we can at least make some decent progress, so we don't have like a big old marathon of a Season 2 ender like we did with the Season 1 ender. And I think for now, I'm gonna go get some rest. Go ahead and call the stream here. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who came by and hung around and chatted, and even if you just lurked. I appreciate each and every one of you. We got a lot of chatters tonight. Man, it's been a heck of a turnout. Kinda neat. I dig it. Connection has been good today. Yeah, I've been very, very stable overall. Here's hoping it'll keep holding, right? At the very least, if it doesn't, then it does so on a night I'm not streaming, so I can get that fixed up. All good and stuff. Have a good night. Yeah, you have a good night too. Have a great tomorrow. Thanks for being here. I'll be back on Friday to start Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker. 1.5 years later, we get ourselves a story update for Sea of Stars. And looks like they're going to go to a carnival? Should be a fun time. I hope you will look forward to that show. For now, let's look for someone to raid. As soon as I start up this menu music. Yeah, enjoy the continued background tunes while I find someone to raid here. Who is on tonight? Of course, no one's playing Grid. I think I'm gonna make that a routine now. Anytime I finish playing Grid, see who's playing Grid. It's not gonna be anyone. Because there's no way to get Grid 2019 anymore, and anyone who's probably wanted to play it has probably already played it in the 6 years it's been out. It's got a good amount of content, but it is finite. Even multiplayer will dry up after a while, you know? Oh. Found someone. Alright. Just a quick run over, make sure this is all cool. Yeah. I think. See if they have raids open. Yeah, just stop raids on my channel too. I need to do that first thing. Just stop raids right away. Okay, looks like these are open. So raid message is going to be straightforward, actually. There, raid message is grid raid, and the one that we are going to raid into is Matt Supdog. They're playing Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. So that's what the title is. All right. Well, in any case, that's probably a good way to relax, right? Just go in there and see a nice relaxing game about fantasy lifing. All right, let's go over there and give Matt Supdog our support. If you're joining on the raid, give him a grid raid. And if not, have a good rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday to start Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker. Take care. Okay, I was a little worried that the ending was going to be scuffed, but I think we managed to dodge it that time. Whew. Alright, see ya.